Shalom, shalom, shalom. I hope everybody out there is having a great day. I hope that all blessings are coming in your direction. And I hope you're fighting a good fight. Always remember to strive to be better with the Most High Yah and with Yahushua HaMashiach. I hopped on here today because I wanted to talk about the whole armor of Yah. Because I don't know if everybody have a complete understanding of the whole armor of Yah. How do you wear it? Or what is it that gives its strength for you to be able to fight against the devil or to fight against any enemy? So when you go to Ephesians 6:10 to 6:19, it talks about the whole armor of Yah. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Elohim, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers, against the rulers of the darkness and of darkness of this world, and against the spiritual wickedness in high places. Now, in this verse here, you have to understand that one must know what is the principalities. Now, when we look at principalities, we're talking about one that's the ruler of demons. We're talking about those who are easily possessed, that are in high powers. They can be leaders of countries, they can be leaders of organizations, they can be leaders in your workplace. Now, powers, we're talking about physical and mental. In that, we're talking about the spiritual aspects on how these powers can attack, because not all things are done physically to you. Some things are done within the mind. So we have to be cautious of those of that. And examples of like a uh, uh, of principalities and powers is like with the Prince of Persia held off the blessings from I believe Daniel for a certain amount of days, fighting against the messengers of Yah, holding them up for him to receive what he needed in order to continue the mission that Abba Yah had set for him. Now, the wickedness comes in so many levels. It comes in small, it comes in large packages. It can happen like consistently, one thing after another, after another, after another. And you have to be able to fight against these things because some of this stuff is just not a natural occurrence. And we have to be able to fight that battle in the spiritual aspects of it and in the physical. We have to have our minds right in order to wear the armor, in order to be able to defend ourselves with the Ruach of the Most High Yah. When we look at Ephesians 6:13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Elohim, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Now, here's where we're about to go into the breakdown of the whole armor of Elohim, the whole armor of Yah. In Ephesians 6:14, stand therefore having your loins girt or girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. So, one of the things we have to understand is when he says having your loins girded, you're protecting yourself. Now, back in the day, if you had on a long clothing, you will bring it up between your legs and you will tie it because you're about to get ready for battle. You don't want nothing to slow you down when you're about to go into a fight. But it says loin girded about with truth. Now the question is, what is truth? Because in order to be able to gird with it, to be able to start the fight with it, to be able to carry with it, you have to know what truth is. And when we go to Psalms 119, 142, it states that thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy Torah is truth. Now, if you read in the King James Version, it'll say, thy law is the truth. So when you read that, he's telling us to stand therefore having your loins girded about with Torah, with the law that is truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Now, understanding what is righteousness, because a lot of people don't understand what righteousness is. Too many people are making up things and they're not giving you the truth of what righteousness is. Too many people are putting on a performance while they're walking around like trash. Remember in the in the book, the Yahweh HaMashiach told him, he said, the outside of your cup look clean, but the inside is filthy. They're acting in righteousness. Now, when you look it up, righteousness, when you look it up in Brown's Driver Brown, it says the doctrine concerning the way which man may attain a state approved of YAH. Now, he said the doctrine concerning the way in which man attain a state approved by YAH. Now, to understand what is the way, you have to go to Psalms 119. Start reading that. Because when you read Psalms 119, the first 1 through 8 is going to tell you that the way is guarding the statutes, the judgments of the Most High Yah. And it also states that we are to guard the testimonies, the statutes, the precepts, and his judgment. That is his way. If we're doing that thing, if we're guarding his way, then we're walking in righteousness. Now, the first time we hear about the breastplate of righteousness, it comes from Isaiah 59:17. And he put on the righteousness as a breastplate and a helmet of deliverance on his head. And he put on a garment of vengeance for clothing and wrapped himself with uh, a door as a mantle. So we have to understand that when you have these people teaching you that you don't have to worry about the Torah, you just got to look at what is being said in the renewed covenant, you're going to miss out on a lot. You're not going to be girding your loins with truth. You're going to have half truth. You're going to go out there trying to do prosperity teaching while the devil is smacking you around. Ephesians 6:15 says, and your feet shod with the preparation of glad tidings of peace. That means a good message of peace. Then it says, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all of the fiery darts of the wicked. Now, to understand faith, We all seen where it's written in the book. They said faith without works is dead, and I'll show you my works by my faith. But you have to understand when he said, I'll show you my works by my faith, because his works is guarding the way of the Most High, guarding the statutes, guarding the judgments, guarding the precepts, guarding everything in which you will find in the Torah. You got to go to the front of the book. You got to go and read it. The devil knows the Torah, and he knows how to attack you when you're not reading it, when you're not guarding it. That's how he knows how to make it sound good for you to eat the things that are unclean unto the Most High. How to get you out there chasing after these females left and right. How to get you out there chasing after married women. He knows the law. And every time he comes at you, it's to break it. Ephesians 6:17, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of spirit, which is the word of Yah. Well, let me take a step back a little bit. Let me take a step back a little bit because I missed something here. The good news of peace, the good message of peace. You'll also find that in Isaiah 52:7. How pleasant upon the mountains are the feet of him who brings good news, who proclaims peace, who brings good news, who proclaims deliverance, who says to Zion, your Elohim reign. So you have to understand what the good news is. I know everybody loves to use the term gospel and never look up the meaning of gospel and think that they're doing something that is right. Gospel was not a term that was used back then. It was the term that was used was glad tidings, spreading of a good message. The return when the Messiah came, that was the good message. He came for the children of Yasharel. He came for the lost sheep of Yasharel. He came to fulfill what the prophet spoke of him, to redeem the children of Yasharel so that they can save the world. Because if when they go back to doing the ways of the Most High and become that light, wearing that full armor of the Most High Yah, it changes everything worldwide. We begin to teach those who don't understand the truth on how to walk it. Because we know in Deuteronomy it states that the secrets of heaven are given to the children of Yah, the children of Yasharel, when they are walking in the way of the Most High. If you're not walking the statutes, if you're not walking the or guarding the judgment, if you're not guarding the testimonies, you're not walking in the way of the Most High. I'm just going to tell you like it is. You ain't walking in his ways. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care they come and tell you don't have to do all that no more. Read for yourself and you'll find out that they're lying to you. Now, as we continue forward, he says, oh, he says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yah. Now, we have to understand the helmet of deliverance. See, we've been walking in this world being guided by those who are not walking in truth fully. They've been giving us hope. They've been giving us feel good stories while they make profit off of us, not telling us who we are, not giving us what our responsibilities are, and not showing us what and why we are important to the Most High Yah, who the children of Yasharel truly are. I don't have nothing against all these other people out here, but what I do have a problem with is lying to the people. when you're not teaching the ways of the Most High. That's what I have a problem with. When you're having the people out here sinning because you're telling them that the law of Yah, the way of Yah, is done away with. And at the same time, you would dig in the same books that you're saying is done away with for them to pull out the money out their pockets. This is a part of wearing the whole armor of the Most High Yah so that these people, you can defend against these schemes of the devil out there. So you can discern the evilness that are out there. So you can discern the attacks. And when they come at you with incorrect verbiage out of the Torah, you can come with the sword of the Most High Yah, which is the word that is written. You giving them that correction. You giving them that correction. Now, in Ephesians 6:17, he said, take the helmet of salvation. The helmet of salvation is where you have to protect your mind now. You believe that the Messiah has come. You believe that the Messiah is sitting on the right hand side of the Most High Yah. You believe that he redeemed the children of Yasharel when he was on that tree. Now you've gotten immersed. Now you have repented. Now, repenting is the change of thought. In order to walk in righteousness and change your thought fully, you have to know the law so that you know you're walking right. Now, being immersed, it cleans you when you come up. Now your mind is on walking in Yah's truth. Now you put that helmet on to block off and protect you from the lies of these people out here that don't know Torah. So that you cannot be tricked to thinking that something is good, just like how the serpent approached Hava, or for those who know her as Eve. She didn't have the helmet of deliverance on. She didn't have that protection on. She did not perceive that she was being tricked. You see, the Messiah gave us a way out. Yahushua HaMashiach gave us a way out with the immersion, being reborn, protecting us from the very acts of trickery. You may not see the spiritual aspects of things, but you can see the person. You can see the evil, the tricks, because all they care about is their benefits. While the congregation is poor, those who sitting on the pulpit is wealthy. There's a problem with that. Something is wrong with that. They will come to you and tell you to put on the whole armor of the Most High Yah while robbing you blind. And you wondering why your armor is not strong, because they're not giving you the word when you go into these places. Just think about it for a second. Every time you go into these places, they have a story to tell. A story to tell. But they're not giving you any meat and potatoes that stick to your bones. They're not giving you the Torah. They're giving you stories out of the renewed covenant, trying to make it relate today while not teaching you how to fight. The purpose of wearing the whole armor of the Most High is for you to fight, not to be relaxed in these places. Most of you guys that go into these worship centers, these brand places, you're going there out of comfort. They're making you feel good for the moment while you go right back out. The moment you go out there, you ain't received nothing. You ain't got no armor on. You ain't protecting nothing. your armor became weak and now you're back out there arguing with your kids. You're arguing with your wife. You out there trying to be a hunter, hunting down all these women that are unknowingly being targeted by the devil. Because some of you act like the devil. Some of you are not acting like the light that the Most High wants you to be. But I can't blame you on everything because if our people perish because of the lack of knowledge. In order to maintain knowledge or to get knowledge, we have to go in and read. We can't go in and just focus on the person that's talking who, without you looking at the book in itself and knowing that, hey, where did this come from? Where did he get this from? What he just said is not even in the book. It doesn't even relate to what we're talking about right now. Why is the book saying we should celebrate these? It's showing it in the renewed covenant, the New Testament, that the Messiah is still celebrating these things. So why is it done away now? You in the season where they giving you this abomination Christmas and they attaching, oh, we're celebrating the birth of the Messiah, knowing that nothing in that book told you to celebrate the birth. Nothing in that book gave you the day in which he was born. It gave you a time frame in which he was born, which was nowhere new in this time. But they won't tell you that you're about to go in and hand your kids over to the devil. You're about to celebrate the winter solstice. That's what you're about to do. And a lot of you gonna sit there, you're not gonna rob my children of a good time. It ain't for the children, it's still for you. Because you're supposed to be teaching the children the ways of the most high. You're supposed to be walking in righteousness. Most of these places today is giving you sin. They're teaching you how to walk in sin by continually disobeying the Most High while coming behind saying, what would JD do or JC do? He would do the words of the Most High. He will walk in it. Teach it to your brethren. Teach it so that you will know. And that's what he did with the Talmud. And he showed them the laws of the Most High. He brought it back to them and had them walk in it. But these are the things that are not being told unto you. Understand when you are fighting, you have to have the whole armor of Yah. The whole armor of Yah is righteousness. In order to fully walk in righteousness, remember I said to you earlier the doctrine concerning the way in which man may attain the state approved of Yahweh. And you'll find that in Briggs Driver Briggs' uh, definition of righteousness. Now, uh, you have to continue to build up your armor. Some of you are just getting into learning the ways of the Most High. You have to get in and read it. You have to not just read it, you have to do. Because understand, the Most High said guard. Guard means to do, to keep. You have to do what is written in order to strengthen your armor. If not, you'll be walking with weak armor. Wonder why you're getting wondering why you're getting penetrated, why your defenses is down, why is it not up? You want to fight with them. The Most High said the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yah. The word of Yah is not just the renewed covenant, because that's what everybody's quoting to you, just the renewed covenant. You have to go to the front of the book and read it, apply it, do it, teach it to your children so they will know the direction in which they will go, so that you can have their armor strong when they get older. Hey, thank you for tuning in. It's always best to strive to be better. Shalom.